we've all heard it. It takes money to make money. But the good part with crypto trading is that you don't need that much capital to grow your small trading account. In fact, you can take $100 and take it to 10,000 if you know how to do it properly. In today's video, I'll use my 3 years of experience as a day trader and I will show you the strategy you should follow to scale your trading account safely, a new way to think of risk management, my step-by-step routine and some mindset shifts that changed how I think of trading. So, to access capital, you have two options. First, you can buy a funded account. The way these accounts work is by passing a challenge, basically as if you're trading on your live account, but with some rules. I dive more about the rules in the end of the video. With prop firms, you can scale your $100 to $15,000, and with your first payout, which typically is within 30 days or so, for most prop firms, they refund you what you paid to obtain that account. So basically, you don't have to pay $100 if you win. Here is the catch. Passing a prop firm isn't easy for beginners and requires discipline and proper strategy. The firms I recommend you as a beginner is Funded Next for crypto trading and FTMO along Alpha Capital for forex or stocks. Now, if it was me, I would confirm to myself that for 3 months straight I am profitable. And if that's true, then you are ready to pass a funded account. But if this isn't the case, I got you. You can use leverage. Basically, leverage is a number from 1 to 100x, and instead of putting $500,000 to risk $500, you can use this tool that basically makes your $100 worth $10,000 for just using 100x leverage. Don't worry that the exchange will tell you that this leverage is too much and you risk liquidation, because I'll cover it later in the video. You'll see what I mean. Fun part. Strategy. My day trading strategy is stupidly simple and very easy for you to follow it too. To begin trading it, you need to learn these 4 concepts first. First, the simple fair value gaps that can be drawn automatically by an indicator. I like to use fair value gaps by Luxal, but if for whatever reason you wanna draw them by yourself, here's how. You open a chart and you look for 3 candles. The first candle, then a second one must be the biggest, and the third one that just confirmed the gap. You can take this box tool from TradingView and pull from the wick of the third candle all the way to the wick of the first candle. And here's your fair value gap. Then you look for a change of character, which again can remove the stress for you by just installing an indicator. But here's how it works, just to have an idea of what we are looking for. If a trend struggles to break a new high and returns back and breaks the previous low, that's a change of character. Pretty straightforward. Next thing is underside or overside retest, or what I like to call them, opportunity zones. To draw them, you take the trend line tool and you look to align it with at least 3 swing points where price bounces. Always, before I start a trading session, I will sit there and draw opportunity zones that matter, because they are critical areas for you to pay attention and enter with a fair value gap. More on that later. Now, one of my favorite confluences, RSI oversold or overbought. Again, this confluence is stupidly simple. You open the indicator tab on TradingView and search for RSI or Relative Strength Index. The way you know if the market is overbought or oversold is simply just by looking the RSI value. If it's below 30, the market is oversold. But if it's above 70, the market is over. And last, I know I said 4, but this isn't something you need to learn necessarily. Daily bias, which you can find by joining our free Discord server, where we post daily bias every single day at 8:30 AM EST, 1 hour before the New York market opens. I know you are confused, so to link this puzzle, let's find a trade together. So here's the trade I found. As you can see, we have 3 contact points right here. That's what we called before the opportunity zone, or overside and overside retest. Now it's an underside because the price will test the trend from the opposite direction, so it's called an underside. So let's wait for a change of character now. We got a setup thing right here. Yeah, I am entering right here, and I'll set my stop loss outside of this consolidation, because if we break a consolidation trading, it's highly likely that we trend higher, so it's a very good RR for this trade. And I will set the take profit in this key area. If we are right, we'll secure 5.5 risk factors. We are getting a perfect fill right here. Technically, we would have reduced risk right here, and as you see, we got a perfect trade. you can clearly see that this stuff works. Now, what I recommend you do right now, once you have made some money from day trading, is to reinvest it back to some high quality projects like Solana, Bitcoin or Ethereum. I just told you 3 of the top cryptocurrencies in the market. By you investing in these high quality projects with the strategy I will cover for investing, you can make passive income. It will be somewhat conservative, and again, it will be super simple. I don't want you to enter with 100x into Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. That's a terrible idea. I want you to pick an amount you are comfortable risking each month from your day trading earnings or your job income, and just reinvest this amount consistently. This is a thing called DCA or dollar cost averaging, and you can achieve this by just getting an average price for the asset you are trying to invest on. You cannot predict the bottoms, let's be real on that. So, entering with 10k right now is simply very risky. What you can do instead is divide 10k into months or years. For example, if you wanna throw 10k within a year in the market, with DCA you need to buy roughly $830 each month. Here's the thing that will change your trading, and no, it's not regular old risk management, but Risk Management 2.0. You might have heard stupid things like risk 1 or 2%, but the truth is that this risk management system applies to those who have large sized accounts. For you with a smaller trading account, this is a terrible idea, because with leverage alone and 1 or 2% risk, you will make your first $1,000 in exactly 10 years from now. Here's where dynamic risking comes. Instead of risking 1 or 2% like a 90-year-old living in Dubai with 10 billion, here's how you handle $100 and scale them as fast as possible while staying safe. You take your trade conviction. Now, let's say you have an A+A, meaning almost all of your confluences are aligned. Maybe just one piece is missing, but it's still a very strong trade. Here you'd scale slightly and risk 5 to 10%. Then you have B setups, trades that look good and promising, but are missing a couple of confluences. They are still solid now, but you definitely want to tone down your risks here. 3 to 4% is your sweet spot. Finally, you've got your C setups, which barely tick your boxes. And these are borderline trades, not something you are fully confident about, but still meet your minimum criteria. For this, stick to 1% per trade. Or even better, consider skipping them entirely to preserve your capital for the good ones. By applying this dynamic approach, you stay aggressive enough to grow quickly but conservative enough to stay safe. Here's how I begin all of my trading sessions. I get on my charts by 8 AM EST. I analyze the markets on a higher time frame, preferably the 1 hour, the 4 hour, or even the 1 day time frame. Once my analysis is done and I have posted the daily bias on our free Discord server, I look what's going on with the news, if we have something of high importance at this day that we should pay attention, or just trade as normal. Then I trade for 3 hours when the market opens. Preferably I try to find setups before it opens so I can profit faster, because when the New York market opens, price tends to be extremely volatile and decisive. If my daily bias analysis is correct, I can profit easier. I take a maximum of 3 to 4 trades and I have a juicy profit each month just by dedicating really 1 hour of my time, because the rest just happens with alerts. I set alerts and I wait for it to notify me. If you wanna join a trading community where we have exclusive educational content, advanced trading tools including a setup indicator that finds setups and sends a notification on your phone, a premium trading course, and way much more. No matter your experience level, from complete beginner to a skilled trader, leave it on us. You'll learn many things inside and maybe find a few like-minded people as well. Link is in the description, grab your spot now. Here's the real source of the video. If you made it this far, first I wanna congratulate you, because now you'll learn some mindset shifts that rewire my brain and thus change my entire day trading process. I want you to pay very close attention to this. Stick until the end, because you'll unlock a new vision after that. First secret is don't risk random amounts. Instead, what I want you to do is use risk management, the new one you've learned in this video. Without it, I don't care if you are master at reading price action or master at executing trades, you will not have consistent results. In my first months of trading, I thought that risk management was optional and just a waste of time. This mindset just led to profitable months by luck, and then big fucking losses. Until I watched more YouTube videos, I was constantly hearing about risk management, and I decided to put it more in practice. This led me to more consistent months without losing much, because you know how the first months are. If you wanna share your experience with your first months in trading, the comments are below. Secondly, you need to have a crystal clear plan. Here's where I'm going with this. If you cannot explain your trading psychology in just a few sentences, you don't know your process. Without a clear plan, you'll start changing your trading behavior when you are on the chart, which is the thing that kills many traders. Please don't be one of those. Third secret that made me think like a professional trader is have a clean chart. You may have noticed that profitable traders always have the cleanest charts. Barely 1 or 2 indicators are maximum and clean drawings. As humans, having a lot of unnecessary things can actually do more harm than good. We cannot focus on what's really necessary. We get confused with what is this and that we see. So, always have your charts as clean as possible and use dedicated charts for investing and day trading. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to check out the first 2 links in the description, NeoFlow and our free Discord community. This video alone is not complete without this one right here, where I provide you with a complete course on how to pass a funded account. As always, I am rooting for you and see you there.